Hello, everyone. It is a Tuesday, True Crime Tuesday. I'm your host, Tim Dennis. Going to do things a little bit different today. We do not have a regular guest today, which is okay. Sometimes we do that. No need to panic. I sense fear in you, and that is not a good thing if you're a Jedi. I don't know how many Jedis listen to the show, but that's all right as well. Ripped from the headlines today in Dumb Crime, Stupid Criminals. We're going to go that route today, and that's a good thing. It gives us a chance to kind of stretch out a little bit and catch up with what's going on in the world. So with that, we'll bring in our co-hostess today. Binder of the Hindustan Times said, "Oh no, what? 2 segments today? That means only one thing. You give her more exposure, which means she shatters more charts and destroys more of these things. And that means I need to order more ink and paper." And I said, "Binder, just chill, buddy. It's going to be all right. I think we need to get you, I don't know, one of those self-hypnosis things where you get to breathe and look within yourself and be able to relax a little bit." And he said, "I can't relax because if I do that, then I am overwhelmed and I don't know how to help him." But anyways, I digress. Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. She's witty. She's funny. But for this segment, she needs to be insightful because there's not a lot funny in this segment. It is ripped from the headlines. Here she is, Jessica Freeburg. Hi, Jess.
Hey, promise not to laugh at the not funny
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, don't laugh at the dismemberments and things like that. That's not funny. It's gruesome. Before we get started, let's tell people about this new program that you have going on the website that you started last week.
Yeah, I actually created an online course. It's 4 modules, and each module has like 3 different parts to it. And it's all about kind of getting out of your own head, but also getting back into your own self, if that makes sense. Sometimes we kind of want to react aggressively or shrink when things are happening around us, and when we really just need to pause, take a breath, and find that inner voice to speak our truth. And so that's kind of what the course is all about.
It's all about staying present in the moment, right?
Yes, yes. I mean, I was just thinking we need to give vendors some mindfulness techniques, but that's
Yeah.
really what this is grounded in, because that's kind of how I live life, and it's just so freeing. I just want to share it with everyone.
I think I'll sign him up today. Yeah. Get him going on that deal because it sounded like he was just going to shrink right away when I told him.
No, I feel so bad for him. I mean, he's a shrinker. He's not an aggressive person. He's
Yeah.
definitely a shrinker.
Yeah, he kind of buries his nose, puts it right to the grindstone and gets to work. So,
Yeah, he's
yeah,
a hard worker. I'm keeping him busy.
you are, but that's all right. That's all right. Bender needs a hobby. I mean, probably outside of work, but I think his work is his hobby.
I
He
think
loves his
so.
work. He loves his work. Uh, all right, so we're going to start with Rip from the headlines today, and then of course we'll jump into Dumb Crime, Stupid Criminals later on in the program. Um, some tragedy around Hollywood this last week. You may not be familiar with the actor James Handy. You may or may not be. He was in movies like Arachnophobia. His latest movie was the latest Top Gun movie, Maverick. Um, it's hard to place him because he's a character actor, but I've got a picture to show you if you're watching the video, and this is essentially a picture of him off the TMZ website in Arachnophobia. That's a younger picture of him, kind of a
Mm.
salt and pepper, type of uh, hairdo. There's another picture of him here, a solo shot of him.
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah,
recognize him.
yeah. So that's James Handy. James Handy had an unfortunate end in which he was killed by his girlfriend last week. Um,
What?
not his girlfriend. I'm sorry. His girlfriend's son killed him. Uh, and his girlfriend's son went through a schizophrenic rage.
Oh.
Yeah, and his girlfriend's son has since been charged with murder. The son of James Handy's girlfriend has been charged with murder a day after the iconic actor was stabbed to death at his home in kind of a weird incident. According to authorities, 44-year-old Michael Gledhill was charged with 1 count of murder with a special allegation that he personally used a deadly weapon, which was a knife. Los Angeles County District Attorney Nathan Hochman said in a press release, "This is not how anyone's life should end. Stabbed in the chest and left dying in the front yard of a home. The victim deserved to live out his later years enjoying what he had worked so hard for and enjoying it with those that he loved and cared about." TMZ previously reported that police were called to the actor's LA home where Handy was discovered in the front yard having been stabbed. he died from his wounds. Gledhill was arrested a short time later. The suspect's mother, which is, again, James Handy's girlfriend, told TMZ that Gledhill had become increasingly paranoid and had been prescribed medication for his condition after his July 2025 schizophrenia diagnosis. However, she says she had recently learned that he had stopped taking those meds about a week before cops found James stabbed to death outside her home. If convicted as charged, Gledhill faces up to 26 years to life in state prison. So a tragic, tragic story and a
So
tragic ending.
sad.
Yeah, tragic ending to James Handy's life. James Handy, by the way, is also in Beverly Hills 90210. He was in that show as well.
He did a lot of things. Honestly, he's one of those actors who you don't recognize his name necessarily, but you
Right.
recognize his face as soon as you see it.
Exactly. The minute you see him, you go, I know that. I know the face. You don't know the name, but you know the face. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
a tragic end. Um, Another story that we've been covering, especially over on Supernatural News on Wednesdays, is the story of the scientists that have gone missing, and of course, the story of the general who's gone missing, the Air Force general who's gone missing as well, General McCaslin, and how these are all tied together. Now, the remains of one of those scientists came up last week, and
Hmm.
that is the remains of 53-year-old Melissa Casillas. And Melissa was tied, I think, particularly to one of the I know it was to Los Alamos National Library or library laboratories. Excuse me, brain isn't engaged quite. Um, which was is a research facility with high security measures, and that was where the atomic bomb was developed. I'll get into the story here and let you know a little bit about where they found her remains there. Um, the remains of Ms. Casillas, who worked at Los Alamos National Laboratories, were found in a national forest nearly a year after she disappeared. The way she disappeared was bizarre. Um, she was a hiker in the Carson National Forest at the time, and her remains were found there uh, here in June of, or she was reported missing in June of 2025. So she was reported missing a year ago. I'm sorry, I'm skipping around here. On May 30th of this year, the New Mexico State Police announced that the remains of Melissa Casillas, 53 years old, were positively identified. Her cause and manner of death have not been determined by the Office of the Medical Examiner as of yet, but a handgun was found next to the body. Now, here's something that's unusual. Most of these scientists that have been found, or some of these people that have all been connected together, have been found to be made to look like they've committed suicide,
Hmm.
which is unusual, right?
Yeah.
Ms. Casillas was found with a handgun next to her body. I'm not buying this for a minute.
No, not at all. And her whole, like, I just listened to an episode all about her case on a true crime podcast that I listened to, and we took her daughter lunch, like perfectly normal, took her daughter lunch, came home, and then she was just gone. But her cell phone was found and it was totally wiped clean.
Yeah.
Like, that's not normal. And no one would do that and
Right.
left behind. And then she's just gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Casillas had been reported missing by her family on June 26th of 2025. The Hill reports that Casillas worked for the federal government at Los Alamos National Laboratories as an administrative assistant. Her family said she worked from her home on June 26th of 2025 after reportedly forgetting her work badge. Later in the day, she left home to bring her daughter lunch, as Jess had just mentioned. As this was confirmed via home surveillance footage, her family became concerned when they learned that she had left her personal belongings, such as her work and personal phones, keys, and purse. According to The Hill, Casillas was spotted walking along a highway in the area that was captured on doorbell footage as well. NBC News reported that on the day that Casillas went missing, her daughter found her personal phone had undergone a factory reset, as Jess just mentioned. She was also reportedly under a significant amount of personal stress. it seems like all of these people were under a huge amount of personal stress, as they put it. In other
Hmm.
words, they had been threatened. At least that's the assumption that
Yeah. Kind of the feeling you get.
yeah, yeah. CNN is reporting that at the time of her disappearance, foul play was not suspected. Los Alamos National Laboratories, again, I almost said libraries, I don't know why, is a research facility with high security measures, famous for being the location where the atomic bomb was developed. In addition to Casillas, 9 other employees or scientists in the U.S. connected to classified research through their work have gone missing or were found dead. In the wake of these deaths, an online conspiracy theory posits that they are connected to their classified work. Others who have died include a retired general from the U.S. Air Force, that's McCaslin, an engineer, a physics professor for the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Family members have tried to quash these theories by stating facts about their deaths. The investigation, by the way, is ongoing as far as Casillas goes. Now, there was information about McCaslin last week that there were members of Space Force that had dinner with McCaslin the night before and said that he was acting very strange, that he was not himself, that he seemed kind of far away, and that he was acting very, very unusual, that he was not himself, but he wouldn't talk about what was wrong with him.
It's
Um,
just all so strange.
yeah. So again, I don't, I think it's healthy to have the conspiracy theory mindset that there's something going on, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's really kind of hard not to look at all of these disappearances and strange deaths and not be a little bit leaning toward there's something happening that we
Yeah.
just don't quite understand. It's just it's too coincidental.
Well, and with disclosure rolling out here, Jess, I got to think that as they're formulating a story to be rolled out to us, certain people are being squeezed either to remain silent or to get their poop in a group, so to speak, and put out the right story, right?
Right.
Yeah. And that comes with a certain amount of stress and pressure. I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can probably feel the hands squeezing in on you if you're in those situations and you know something's coming.
Right. And a lot of these scientists that were working on things were working on everything from anti-gravity to other, propulsion systems to things for the government that supposedly had to do with reverse engineering of alien systems. So where do they fall in this narrative that we're about to get? It's kind of interesting as to why they're missing and what
Mhm.
part of this puzzle they have that maybe will or won't be rolled out to us. Maybe that's not part of
Yeah.
the plan.
Yeah. So weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of weird, there's a story out there that I find really intriguing. And it's about an ex-CIA officer accused of stashing 300 gold bars worth over $40 million. He's been ordered to remain in jail pending trial. Have you heard about this story?
No, I haven't.
It's an interesting one in that originally he maintained that he needed these gold bars for a case, but he stored them in the wrong location. He put them in his home.
Oops.
Yeah, whoops, indeed. A former CIA officer who was arrested last month after FBI agents found more than 300 gold bars worth over $40 million stashed in his Virginia home has been ordered by a federal judge to remain in jail pending trial. 49-year-old David Rush is described in court documents as a former senior executive service level employee at a United States government agency who possesses top secret clearance and has access to classified information. According to multiple media outlets, Rush worked for the Central Intelligence Agency. At a detention hearing in Alexandria, Virginia on Friday morning, prosecutors argued that Rush is a master manipulator who simply cannot be trusted. Huh. That's saying a lot. There's a lot in such a little sentence there. His
Yeah,
defense,
that's screaming.
that is, isn't it? His defense attorneys argued that the gold bars that were requested and approved are all accounted for, and that his arrest, which stemmed from the accusation that he fraudulently took $77,000 in military leave, amounted to a single charge of time card fraud. That's a bizarre sentence.
This is a weird story.
Mm-hmm. So you've got so he fraudulently took $77,000 in military leave. So in other
Mhm.
words, he was he lied on his time card, and that's what they're claiming he may be guilty of. But it has nothing to do with the fact that he was storing these gold bars in his home, which he probably shouldn't have been doing.
Storing, Tim.
Storing, right? It's the fact that he didn't get away with stealing,
Yeah. The only reason we're calling it storing and not stealing is because they found them.
right? And he returned them.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like,
That is
how did those get there? Huh?
like, oh, I have no idea. Well, they knew it because he had to check them out. He was
Oh
using them for a
man.
case. He just hadn't returned them yet.
Okay.
They were overdue, much like a library book. I don't know if he thought he was going to get away with it.
Well, no one's gonna notice that these were checked out and never brought back.
I'll tell you how we got here in a second because it's even more bizarre, Jess. It really is. Magistrate Judge William Fitzpatrick ruled that Rush had the means and the motive to present a flight risk and will remain in federal custody until trial. Now, here's why we're here. The FBI executed a search warrant at Rush's Virginia home on May 18th, according to an affidavit filed in federal court in the Eastern District of Virginia. During the search, FBI agents seized approximately 303 gold bars, each weighing roughly 1 kilogram, and estimated to be worth more than $40 million. That's right. He was sitting on that much gold.
Dang.
Yeah. Federal agents also seized about $2 million in cash and approximately 35 luxury watches, many of which were Rolexes.
Hmm.
So he's got something going on here.
The plot thickens.
Right. Rush was arrested the following day on a charge of theft of public money. In a joint statement to NBC News, the CIA and FBI said that the agency notified the Bureau after an internal investigation by the CIA identified as potential violations of the law. Now, according to the criminal complaint, between November of 2025 and March of 2026, Rush made several requests for a significant quantity of foreign currency and tens of millions of dollars in gold bars for work-related expenses.
Hmm.
So it sounded like he was going undercover for something.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. When Rush's employers conducted a review of his storage space at his government office, they were unable to locate the gold bars or significant amounts of the foreign currency that he had received. You're supposed to keep those in your workspace if you're not using them.
Mm-hmm.
They also could not identify the extended, or rather the intended use of these funds. The court documents allege that Rush lied on applications for government jobs and clearances, falsely claiming that he had earned degrees from Clemson University and I believe is it Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute? I'm not quite sure. And that he had served as a Navy pilot. So he had
So
not done any of those.
he's just kind of a scammer, like a
Yeah.
total con artist.
Yep. They also allege that Rush fraudulently took $77,000 in military leave, that's $77,000, after lying about being an active member of the Navy Reserve. So he filed for military leave and collected the money from that.
Huh.
He's running a
He's
scam on
yeah,
the
he's scamming. Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
bizarre, but he got caught.
Whew, good. I wonder what he was going to do next.
Well, you know, as a CIA agent, I've had a few CIA agents here on the program that have written books. I'm curious. I mean, when you requisition an asset like that, obviously you have to use it in the acquisition of a criminal, but you have to turn that back into the the agency. You can't just use it unless you're using it to apprehend someone, and then it's spent commerce. But you
Hmm.
have to qualify it as where it went to, right? There has to be a
Right.
destination.
And
You
he
have to
didn't
give
have
them.
any, like, he was the criminal. Like, the acquisition of the criminal was himself.
Yeah, yeah. You have to give them a reason and prove where it went.
Right. It's not just like, I like gold. I'm going to put this under my
Yeah,
bed.
yeah, yeah. I like gold. It's very Austin Powers gold member.
Gold makes me happy.
Just bizarre stuff. Bizarre stuff. Okay,
Weird.
one more before we go to again another weird one before we go to break here. Uh, this Florida man stole an excavator to remove an ATM next door to a police station, citing, "I would rather rob a bank than work for my brother."
Hmm. This sounds interesting.
Not only that, but the the picture of him, he looks kind of surprised that anybody even arrested him. Like,
He's shocked. He's caught off guard, huh?
yeah, he has this look like, why am I even here? I don't get it. I, what are you people doing? It's the funniest. I'll show you here in a second.
All right, let's see.
So here's the picture right here, Jess, of this guy and what he looks like.
He looks a little bit like an elf. Look
He
at the
does,
beard.
doesn't he? Yeah, but doesn't he look like, what am I even doing here? What do you,
Yeah, he's like, why are you guys bothering me?
yeah.
It's
Is
like
there,
when you walk into your older brother's room and he's like hanging out with his friends and he's like, what are you doing here?
yeah.
Wow.
Uh, we didn't invite you.
Yeah.
He's kind of got that look like, I never invited you guys into this jail. What is there a reason why you're here? You know? Um, we're going to Walton County, Florida, where a man has been sentenced to 11 months behind bars, followed by 3 years probation after he stole an excavator and used it to try and remove an ATM from a bank last year. Defuniak Springs police said an officer noticed on April 16th, 2025, that someone was using an excavator to try to remove an ATM from a bank right next door to the police department. When the officer attempted to make contact with the suspect fled. Investigators viewed security footage to identify 43-year-old Christopher Hughes. When speaking with investigators, he admitted he had stolen the excavator to take the ATM. He told interviewers, "I would rather rob a bank than work for my brother." Okay. I'm sure it doesn't feel great about that whole deal. On April 22nd of 2025, Hughes was charged with grand theft of construction equipment, criminal mischief, and burglary of structure with proper damage. WFLA reported that he pled no contest to the charges and was sentenced on June 2nd. I can think of a lot of things I'd probably work for my brother with rather than go to jail. It, you
Yeah.
know,
I'm gonna work for my brother instead of like robbing a bank or
I would clean porta potties with my brother than go to jail. There's a lot of things I would rather do with my brother than
just not worth it, Tim.
right. Yeah, a lot of people don't know, but jail is a harsh environment. You you probably would rather go to jail, go work with your siblings than go to jail.
Yeah, it's not like Club Med.
No,
Although they do feed you. So, I mean, that's nice.
yeah, but it's jail food's not great food unless they cater out.
Yeah.
That's not a lot of jails.
Yeah, I think it's probably not the healthiest.
Yeah, it's not great food. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about the New York woman who got 18 years for throwing a stick of dynamite at her boyfriend while he slept.
Wow. Who just has dynamite?
Right? That was my thing. Who's just got dynamite, right? Also tell you a funny story that's somewhere in this program about it. On Sunday night they had the HBO Max had the premiere of the Earth, Wind, and Fire uh, biopic
Hmm.
that Questlove shot. Everybody thinks, you know the song Reasons? You know, everybody's been playing it at their wedding for years about how what a romantic song it is.
Yeah,
It's not.
it's not.
No.
Ooh.
I'll tell you that in the palate cleanser, I'll tell you what it's all. It's very funny. I just it's I'm gonna shatter a bunch of illusions today. It's very funny. It's very funny.
Everything we thought we knew, Tim's about to
That's right.
unravel.
We're gonna talk double entendres and shattering illusions today in the palate cleanser. It's gonna be very good. Also, in the second part of Ripped from the Headlines, a New York City man was sentenced for bludgeoning 4 homeless men to death with a metal bar. And we'll talk Tiger King.
Ooh,
And one cast member whose total vindication has come after a lion cub conviction was tossed.
oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's coming up in the second half of Ripped from the Headlines. And of course, Dumb Crime, Stupid Criminals coming up in just a bit. That's coming up next, right here on the best in true crime podcasting. This is True Crime Tuesday. Welcome back to the best in true crime podcasting. This is True Crime Tuesday, and it is Ripped from the Headlines and Dumb Crime, Stupid Criminals today. It's your buddies Tim and Jess on a Tuesday. Jess, our second part here of Ripped from the Headlines starts out with a New York woman who got 18 years for throwing a stick of dynamite at her boyfriend while he slept.
Again, I have to ask, how does one just have a stick of dynamite handy to do this?
It's not like it's a typical firework, is it?
I mean, is she like a minor? Like,
I don't think so. Here's
no.
here's that woman right here. She kind of looks like one of the cast of the Cosby Show. I don't think that,
She does look like the one sister,
right?
the middle child.
Yeah. She doesn't look like she looks like she has like that
Just the girl next door.
stereotypical middle class,
Yeah, just
like
the
she
good
doesn't look
girl next door walking around with a stick of dynamite in her pocket, waiting to
yeah,
throw it at someone.
waiting to throw it at a sleeping boyfriend, I guess. We
What
go
did
to
he do to deserve that, Tim? It's all his fault, I'm sure of it.
yeah, I'm sure it is. You're very right. I'm sure it is. We go to Suffolk County, New York, where a 35-year-old woman has been sentenced to 18 years behind bars for first degree assault after she threw a stick of dynamite at her boyfriend, which caused him to lose his hand.
Tim, in my brain, I just didn't really connect the dots that it was like actually lit.
Yes, it was lit. No, she didn't throw an unlit stick at him, Jess.
In
This
my
was,
brain, I'm just like, she's
yeah.
just throwing dynamite at me. She blew his freaking hand off.
Oh, she lit the fuse and threw it.
Oh, I take back what I said about what did he do because nobody deserves that. That's terrible.
That's right. The Suffolk County District Attorney's Office announced that on May 27th, Kiana Waddell was sentenced to 18 years in prison followed by 5 years of supervision after her release. Following a jury trial in April, Waddell was convicted of first-degree assault and first-degree criminal possession of a weapon. On March 22nd of 2024, Waddell and her boyfriend, whose name has not been released, and no, you can't fill it in with tasteless nicknames either. You can't say Stumpy or anything like that. That's not
No.
nice, people. No. Got into an argument. They both left the apartment. Later that night, the victim returned home and went to bed. He woke up to a hissing sound and saw what looked like a stick of dynamite. So she just put it under him and lit the fuse.
That is insane.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
I feel like that's attempted murder.
It should. Yeah.
Right?
By the way, he tried to put it out and eventually picked it up to throw it out the window, but it exploded in his hand. Hence, he doesn't have the hand anymore. Why would you first try to put it out? If I saw something going, I would automatically think, worst case scenario, open the window and chuck that thing.
It's really like with that road runner in the like it's like
Yeah.
the Looney Tune episode. It's just so unreal to me that somebody would use a stick of dynamite.
Yes. Yep. I would get the hell out of there. I don't know that I'd even pick it up. I
You would
probably would
just
just
be, yeah,
run.
running for the door.
Yeah. Yeah. The victim then ran outside and saw Waddell leaving the property. So she just lit it and went. Or she was standing outside waiting for him to blow up.
What a psycho.
Yeah. The remainder of the victim's hand was amputated, and Waddell was arrested the following day. Why did it take so long to arrest this woman?
Yeah.
Investigators learned she had previously threatened the victim with dynamite, so this wasn't the first time.
It's like her go-to. You make me mad, I'm gonna blow your ass up with a stick of dynamite. That's her threats? That's her plan?
First of all, how does she get a hold of it on a regular basis?
Just am so confused by why she has dynamite in her purse. It's just
Right.
weird.
What is she known as? Crack 'em up Kiana? Or what's her deal?
She's like Wile E. Coyote. Like
Yeah.
her purse says Acme on the front. Like
Yes.
what the heck is
She's
happening right now?
literally getting deliveries from Acme
So
on the front.
bizarre.
Most people get Amazon packages. She gets Acme
Poor
packages.
guy.
And he won't sign for them. I mean, obviously now he won't. I mean, he's missing a
Oh,
hand.
too soon, Tim. Too soon.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The oh God, Suffolk County District Attorney Raymond A. Tierney said domestic violence can escalate to deadly levels. In this case, is a sobering reminder of that reality. A dangerous individual has been held accountable and will face a lengthy prison sentence for this horrific act. But is it long enough? That's my question.
I think she should have been charged with attempted murder. Because if she stuck that under him while he was sleeping and
Yeah.
he didn't happen to wake up and it blew up under his body, he would have died.
Yes. Yes, he would. Can you imagine? Okay, so he's sleeping and he doesn't answer the call, and boom. Can you imagine how bad that would have been?
I mean, it would have been one heck of a mess, Tim.
Yeah. As opposed to just blowing his hand off trying to throw it. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
which
it
is
didn't do more damage.
honestly,
You know, my grandfather, my mother's father, when he was a young man, he worked in the sand pits with dynamite,
hmm
and there were a lot of injuries. There were a lot of guys who got injured. It was not an occupation for those who wanted to live a long time.
No, exactly. It's very dangerous.
Yeah. It in fact, he didn't and we had sand pits here in Minnesota where they did that stuff. And that wasn't something where you went to work there for a 30, 40 years. I mean, those guys generally went there to work for a couple of years and get the hell out of there. It paid well,
Yeah,
but
make some good money. I was going to say you get kind of hazard pay.
yeah, but you got out of there because I mean, you took your life in your hands every time you went to work.
Yeah, but again, who among us who is not a minor has dynamite handy? It's just so weird.
It's a bizarre thing, Jess, to to acquire, to say, to even as you're acquiring it, say, well, what do you need dynamite for?
Yeah. It's weirder than a samurai sword. Like I think that's weird. Like
Well, people
this is a
collect
weird
knives.
weapon.
I mean, people collect knives.
Yeah,
So that's different. But to say
yeah.
collect dynamite, I mean, come on. I mean, nobody collects dynamite.
Sewer of dynamite, Tim. I just have a whole collection.
You know, it's an odd thing to have.
Very strange.
I don't know. Weird.
Poor guy.
Oh, what a way to lose a hand. Oh. Speaking of brutal, this I believe this is another story about a woman who suffered from home invasion and from domestic violence, a brutal and unprovoked act of violence. No, this is a man. A sleeping man was stabbed with scissors more than 100 times during a home invasion.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Again, in New York, a 39-year-old man has been sentenced to 18 years to life in prison. Only 18 years again for the death of a man he stabbed more than 100 times during a home invasion. According to the Queens District Attorney, Yang Zhang broke into the home of 41-year-old, I believe this is Yat Ming Wang, and his wife on May 22nd of 2022. Zhang accessed their apartment by climbing up a third floor balcony. The New York Post reported at the time that, according to police, he jumped from balcony to balcony to get to the apartment. Once in the couple's home, Zhang stabbed Wang with a pair of scissors in what Queens District Attorney Melinda Katz called a brutal and unprovoked act of violence. Wang's wife escaped without being injured. New York Post reports that Wang was pronounced dead at the scene and that Zhang was tased before being taken into custody. He later told authorities he was looking for drugs. Police believe that Zhang was under the influence of a substance during the attack. The two men did not know each other. Zhang pleaded guilty to second-degree murder on May 13th, per the DA. He was sentenced June 3rd to 18 years to life in prison.
I hope they keep him more like life than 18 years.
Yeah,
Unprovoked, don't know the people, running around outside like freaking Spider-Man to get to their apartment on the third floor.
to find drugs. And then
Yeah.
this is where, again, New York sentencing laws to me are curious. Stabs a man 100 times.
100 times. Can you imagine? That's a terrible death. That's a painful way to die.
And because it's not premeditated, and that's the only thing that kept it from being first degree, he got second degree and only 18 years to life.
That's messed up.
Yeah. But again, one of the most violent offenders ever took scissors and did the most personal, upfront, horrific murder you could do, face to face, over and over and over again, 100 times.
Yeah, he definitely had to be on something. I mean, think about 100 times. Think about doing that motion a
Mm-hmm.
hundred times and how tired you would be. Like somewhere in there, there's an opportunity to realize that you are doing something terrible and stop a
Right.
100 times.
You'd have an adrenaline break there somewhere. This guy
Yeah.
did. So he had to have been fueled by meth or coke or some sort of
I was
drug.
gonna say, yeah, that sounds like a very methy thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Another New York City story here. A New York City man sentenced for bludgeoning four homeless men to death with a metal bar. A man who beat several homeless men to death with a metal bar in 2019 has been sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. See, again, I don't get the sentencing deadline or sentencing guidelines here. It's kind of all over the place. Manhattan District Attorney announced the sentencing of 31-year-old Randy Santos on May 28th. On February 19th, Santos was convicted of 4 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count each of attempted first-degree murder, attempted second-degree murder, and attempted first-degree assault. Santos attacked multiple homeless men who were sleeping on the sidewalk in New York City's Chinatown on October 5th of 2019. He used a metal bar to strike and kill Anthony Manson, Nazario Abdularo Vasquez of Villegas, and Florencio Moran Camano. In the attacks, he also seriously injured David Hernandez, according to the DA. Santos then dropped his weapon and continued on his way. Then he found children. By the time the first responders arrived, Koch had died from his injuries. During the investigation, authorities connected Santos to an attack the month before, in which he approached a homeless man sleeping on a bench near the waterfront, beat him, and attempted to push him over the railing and into the water, according to the DA. About a year before the attacks, Santos's mother, Fioraliza Rodriguez, said she had kicked him out of her home before, or rather after he had assaulted her. The Associated Press reported that in 2019. According to the outlet, Santos was accused of physically assaulting others in the past, including on a subway train, employment agency, and homeless shelter. This guy can't keep his hands off of people.
Yeah, he's just on a rampage.
He had been arrested 6 times before the attack on October 5th of 2019. WABC reported that at trial, Santos's defense said that he is schizophrenic and cannot be held responsible for his actions due to the severity of his mental illness. According to Gothamist, the defense said that Santos believed that a voice in his head told him to kill 40 people or else he would be killed. That is bizarre.
Scary that he's just walking among the world, like, again, unprovoked.
Right.
Just something in his head's like, I'm just going to kill people.
Well, and that he's got to get to a magic number of 40 or else he'll be killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's literally insane. At the sentencing, Gothamist reported senior trial counsel Alfred Peterson said there's no victim impact statements here today. He said there's nobody here to tell this court about their lives or how their absence is a loss, but I'm certain that this court and our city understands the value of every life and the gift of life. In his own statement, Santos apologized for his actions, stating, I apologize to the people for what I did. I wish it never happened. How, if you have a mental illness, though, and believe that you were killing or else you were going to be killed, how sorry can you truly be?
Yeah. But maybe he's been stabilized now. Like maybe he was in some sort of a psychotic break or something. And now maybe they've got him on medication and regulated. And
Very true. Very true.
yeah.
Of the sentencing, District Attorney Alvin L. Bragg Jr. said the chilling murders committed by Randy Santos shook New York City. He displayed an appalling disregard for the lives of victims who were completely defenseless, unable to protect themselves. Unhoused individuals deserve the same level of safety as anyone else. And I hope the resolution of this case serves as a reminder of the work that remains in protecting and supporting our most vulnerable residents. Two more stories in Ripped from the Headlines today. A Delaware dad has allegedly killed his 10-year-old daughter for lying to him about field trip money.
Killed her?
Killed her. Yes. We go to
Oh.
Smyrna, Delaware, where a 49-year-old father of three has been arrested and charged with murder and the death of his 10-year-old daughter and abuse of his two other children. Delaware State Police announced that the body of Fatima Cohn was found in her room on May 28th. An investigation revealed that her father, Badara Cohn, allegedly hit her with a leather belt the night before to discipline her. Investigators believe she fell and hit her head during the alleged beating before her siblings helped her to bed. According to court documents obtained by Delaware Online, Badara Cohn had allegedly confronted the child for lying about field trip money. The outlet reports that the child's siblings and Badara's wife were present during the alleged beating. It's unclear if Badara's wife is the child's mother. The next morning, Fatima Cohn was found dead, but no one dialed 911 for some time, according to police. Fatima Cohn's male siblings, age 11 and 15, were evaluated, and investigators learned that they had also allegedly undergone physical abuse at the hands of their father. Delaware Online reports that the boys told police that Fatima Cohn had blood coming out of her mouth and seemed only partially conscious after the alleged beating. Charging documents obtained by Delaware Online allege that Badara Cohn had beaten the children with a belt for at least the last year as a form of discipline. Badara Cohn was charged on May 28th with abuse in connection with the boys. After Fatima Cohn's autopsy determined she died of blunt force trauma caused by abuse, the death was ruled as a homicide. Badara Cohn was then arraigned June 1st on a charge of second-degree murder by abuse or neglect in connection with their death, or with her death, rather. According to police, Badara Cohn remains behind bars with a $180,000 cash bond, which I guess they do things different in Delaware because that's a pretty hefty cash bond.
Yeah, keep him in there.
Yeah, most definitely. And finally, we go to the world of Tiger King for our last story. You may remember Doc Antle. And if you don't, this is a picture of him from the set of Tiger King right there.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah. Well, Doc Antle is I believe, a free man at this point. Tiger King star Doc Antle is celebrating a huge legal win after Virginia's Supreme Court threw out all of his remaining convictions stemming from his Lion Club purchases. Antle had been convicted on charges tied to buying cubs from a Virginia zoo owner in 2018 and 2019, but Virginia's highest court ruled the law prosecutors used never actually made it illegal to purchase the animals. The justices found the statute banned the sale of endangered species, not the purchase of them, and tossed Antle's convictions and the indictments behind them. The court also threw out Antle's conspiracy convictions, ruling the charges were based in part on conduct that wasn't actually a crime. Antle called the decision total vindication in a press release, saying, "Today, the highest court in Virginia confirmed that I have said since the day these charges were filed, I broke no law, not one." Of course, this isn't the end of Antle's legal saga. TMZ previously reported that the Myrtle Beach safari owner was sentenced to 12 months in federal prison last July after admitting to wildlife trafficking and money laundering conspiracy charges involving cheetahs, lions, tigers, and a chimpanzee. But when it comes to the Virginia Lion Cub case, Doc just clawed back a huge win. See what they did there? Clawed back a huge.
Clever.
Clever. With that, it's time now for us to lighten things up a bit. It's time now for Dumb Crimes and Stupid Criminals.
It's Crayon News Story Time.
What happened with this dude, Christ Bearer? I heard he cut his penis off and then jumped off a balcony.
Suspect pulls gun from butt, shoots twice at Denver police.
What is your emergency?
I need help.
And what's the problem?
I'm too high.
You're too high?
Yeah.
All right, Jess, do we need to reintroduce you for this deal? I'm trying to remember.
It's still me.
It's still you. All right, so I guess we don't have to introduce you for this deal. Although, you know what? We'll start it off right here in our own backyard for the first story. How does that sound?
All right, let's go.
I don't know if you heard the story or not. I know we have an Amazon warehouse here in town, but I didn't realize that the employees were not on the up and up.
Uh-oh. That's like just down the street from me.
Is it the warehouse?
Yeah, I mean, it's not far at all. I could probably take a jog there. My Amazon stuff comes so fast.
Oh, does it? Maybe I
Yeah,
shouldn't
it's
tell you.
crazy.
Maybe I shouldn't tell. It just says Dakota County, Minnesota. So I won't name where the warehouse is.
That is the one right down the street from me.
Well, there's a warehouse employee there at the Amazon warehouse that was sentenced for shooting a colleague over a missing flashlight accessory.
What?
Yeah, it happened this past week. A man has been sentenced to. He's been sentenced to 10 and a half years in prison for the fatal shooting of his colleague at an Amazon fulfillment center in 2024.
Killed him? Oh my gosh. You know what? I kind of remember
You remember that
this.
story?
I do. Oh my goodness.
So he got his sentence this past week, 10 and a half years in prison for that
That
shooting.
doesn't seem like enough.
It doesn't, does it?
No, what is with all these light sentences, Tim?
I know. The particulars on the story, the Dakota County's attorney's office announced the sentencing of 26-year-old Muhammad Aden Harid on May 29th. He pleaded guilty to one count of an unintentional second-degree murder while committing a felony in January and will receive 700 days credit for time served. On June 29th of 2024, Harid was carpooling to work with Ahmed Ibrahim, I believe it is Karif, who's 22 years old, and another man. The county attorney's office announced at the time. Harid had brought a gun with him that had a flashlight attached to it and left it in the car. During a break from his shift, Harid returned to the car and found that the accessory was missing and accused the others that he had carpooled with of stealing it. Now, during another work break, all three searched for the attachment and could not find it. They denied taking it, and Harid continued to blame them over the flashlight on the gun. So there you go. Physical altercation then ensued, in which Harrod fired his gun and hit a car nearby as the two other men pleaded for him not to shoot. Harrod fired the gun again and hit Cariff, according to the county attorney's office. According to the arrest affidavit, multiple people at the Amazon Fulfillment Center where the men worked dialed 911 to report a shooting. When police arrived, Harrod said that he had accidentally shot his colleague. Cariff was pronounced dead at the scene. The third man, whose name had not been released, told authorities that he suggested that security be called to look at surveillance footage and see if the attachment had been stolen, but Harrod didn't want to call security. After this suggestion, the physical altercations began. County Attorney Kathy Keena said, "It's so senseless that the victim was shot to death over such a trivial matter." I think I agree. It's a flashlight.
Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, you killed the guy over a flashlight.
Not worth losing your life over or taking a life over.
No. And if the other two seem like they're being, genuinely helpful, like wanting to find the flashlight, well, sooner or later, you guys are going to find the flashlight, right?
I mean, when you work at the Amazon Fulfillment Center, I got to think that's something they have around.
Well, it's probably one of those flashlights that attaches to the gun, so you'd have to probably go get it at a specialty store. But
Well, I mean,
Amazon might have one. I'm sure they might
get
have
yourself
one.
one of those little headlights. Be different. Wear the headlight instead of having it on your gun. There
Hey,
are solutions to this problem, Tim.
there could be. Yeah, you're right. There could be, but it just seems so. It's such a trivial problem that shouldn't have
Yeah.
cost a life, right?
It's sad. Yeah,
It is.
honestly.
It's horrible. It's such a horrible thing. But yeah, it seems to me like there's just so many issues with, I don't know, so many trivial issues that cost people their lives these days. I don't know what's
It's like
going to.
people are losing their minds.
Well, speaking of losing their minds, if you're ready for this one, Jess. By the way, I don't know how you feel about this topic, but this topic drives me nuts sometimes.
What is it?
Even though my own nephews have had these kindergarten graduations. It's like, congratulations, you graduated from recess and naps and juice breaks.
Yeah.
You didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You
It's
had a
cute though when they put them in the little like hat and gown.
Yeah, but what did you graduate from?
They didn't do a like kindergarten graduation for my kids, but my son, he did preschool for a year and they did a little preschool picture. So there wasn't like a ceremony, but they put him in a little red gown and a little red hat. And it's like the cutest picture I've ever seen.
Well, you could play dress up at home. I mean, is there a reason?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a money grab. They make money off of it. I probably paid $40 for those pictures.
$40?
You know, all the school pictures, every time I get them, you can't just buy one. You have to buy the package. And it's
Yeah,
always like this big package of pictures. You only want like one for you and maybe one for each of your grandparents, and you end up with like all of these extras because that's just how they sell them. So, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna guess $35 to $40 for that little preschool graduation picture I had to have because it was so they get you.
That is how they get you. I mean, oh my God, that's horrible. Well, no wonder then that there's fisticuffs at the kindergarten graduation.
Really?
Yes,
Oh,
a man
come
is
on,
facing
parents.
a man is facing charges, Jess, after a fist fight broke out at a Harrisburg, Pennsylvania kindergarten graduation.
Do better. This is just embarrassing.
No, I don't blame the guy. I think he should have took out everybody in the kindergarten graduation.
If I have to be here, I'm going to beat you all up.
That's right. I think he should have took out the entire school.
Do they have to have like a grad party too? That would be a lot.
You know what? I think they deserve it, and they should get drunk at the kindergarten grad party because it doesn't make any sense to have a kindergarten grad party in the first place, or even a
Crazy.
kindergarten grad.
They
What
walk
did
across the stage and get their diploma.
How hard did your kindergartner work this year that they needed a graduation, much less a grad party or anything else?
Hey, they got up every day.
He,
They didn't
they
pee
did,
their pants in class,
they did half,
probably.
they did half days. Even grandma in the nursing home does more than half days.
Well, she should have a graduation party too then, Tim.
Oh, good God, no.
Parties for everyone.
There's
No, I'm with you. It's silly.
too many participation trophies in the
We
world.
just we just make a big deal out of everything. I'm telling you, it's just a money grab. Just make us spend more money on things.
Back in my day, Jess, we didn't get second place trophies when we lost the championship. You know what we got? We got a
Yeah.
boot in the ass. That's what
Right.
we
You were second. You were first to lose, Tim.
were first to lose. We got, you know what? Work harder next year. That's what we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we got. We go to Dauphin County, Pennsylvania. A fight broke out between adults at the kindergarten graduation at Ben Franklin School. And you know what? Ben Franklin would be proud. He would. He'd say,
You
rumble, young
think?
man, rumble. Yep. And they'd say, here, hold on to this kite. Just hold on to it for a minute for me. See if you discover it.
See what happens.
Yeah. Um, so this fight goes down at Ben Franklin School in Harrisburg, and a baby was caught in the middle. Well, you know what? Maybe the baby will learn something
What?
because they aren't learning anything at kindergarten, especially after graduation.
I have a mental picture of this happening and I don't like it.
Now, viral video shows multiple parties engaging in a physical fight, and a baby was taken from the arms of one of the men involved. Well, he was just trying to teach a kid how to fight because evidently you're not learning anything in kindergarten except for
He's
how
just
to.
fighting with a baby in his arms, though. Like, who does that?
A man who wants to teach his kid how to fight. That's um. Story's all jumpy here. It's like they don't want me to read the story. Like it's that horrendous that they don't want me to read it, Jess. They're like, "Are you sure you want? Are you sure you want us to? You don't want to read about our terrible
It's like
town,
fill your brain with better things, Tim.
our terrible city, and our terrible town, and our terrible state, and our terrible country. You don't want to read about how we terribly threw a baby in the middle of this
The
fight.
terrible inhumanity of it all.
That's right. You don't want to find out about this, do you? Well, yeah, I do. I want to find out.
Curious. Not gonna lie.
Find out how the baby got in this thing in the first place. How did the baby get in there? Well, this thing's glitching. I don't know
Is
why.
it just gonna remain a mystery?
I guess. I don't know. I guess we have to move on because they don't want to tell us how the baby got. How the baby
Well,
got.
the baby started it all, Tim. The
I think
baby
that's
was
what it
the
was.
first to throw down.
We'll make our own story up, Jess.
That's
What
right.
so the baby threw up a middle finger and said, "Hey, I got your graduation right here."
That's right.
Yeah. And they were like, "Whoa."
And then he was like, "You looking at me?"
You looking at me? You looking at me? Because I don't see anybody here but me. And
Yeah.
you know what? I just put a turd in the punch bowl. So what are you
That's
gonna do about it?
right.
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's on. Let's go."
Yeah. It's on like Donkey Kong. Biatches. That's what the baby said.
That's what the baby said. Yep.
And they're like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh yeah." And he's like, "Yeah." And they're like, Okay. Oh, well now it's stopped glitching.
Oh, I was gonna
'Cause
say
I
I like
started
our version better anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. And you can't make up a better story than what we just made up. Harrisburg police said the aggressor was charged with this. Wait, did I go too far? Wait, no, here we go.
The aggressor was the aggressor the baby? The baby was charged?
Yes, yes, the baby was charged. Yes, they put little tiny handcuffs on the baby. And they were
Aw,
the
so
cutest little
cute.
handcuffs ever.
Baby's first mugshot.
With fur line too, so you wouldn't hurt the baby's wrists. You wouldn't break his little bone. Viral video shows multiple parties engaging in a physical fight, and a baby was taken from the arms of one of the men involved. Harrisburg police said the aggressor was charged with disorderly conduct and trespassed from the school. No further police involvement was needed, said Captain Kyle Gouch. Harrisburg School District shared the following statement with CBS 21 following the incident. The incident at Ben Franklin School was a domestic dispute involving adults. The Harrisburg School District does not condone such behavior, nor will it be tolerated on school property. The safety and security of our students, staff, and visitors remains a top priority. The identity of those involved and whether they are facing charges has not been released by police at this time. That was boring. I like our version better.
I do too. Was this the video where one of the ladies had like full on pajamas and slippers?
It looks like it. It looks like her ass
Yes.
is too. This one?
Yes, I think I might have seen this video.
You know what? I'll post it. I'll post it in the
Okay.
description of this program so you guys can watch the
Fascinating.
kindergarten graduation fight.
Yeah, you really got to keep an eye out for those babies at those grad parties. They are vicious.
They drink their share of beer.
Yeah, I think his milk was spiked.
The milk was spiked.
His mom was pumping from a party the night before. Too
That's
many
right.
shots.
Loaded teats. That's what we got there. I'll tell you what. Yeah. This next woman in our next story, the elderly woman in the story has a particular set of skills.
She a ninja?
It's a line from a movie, Jess.
Oh,
Particular set of skills. I'm tipping you as to the headline for this next.
oh, shoot. I don't get it.
Elderly woman is taken in a Liam Neeson fraud. She has a
Oh,
skills.
gotcha.
Mhm. A texting scam led to a domestic confrontation and a battery arrest. Of course, we're going to Florida, where an elderly Florida woman has been sending all of her money to someone claiming to be Liam Neeson.
Oh, no.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a text. You're going to send me all of your money.
That's sad. She was so excited. She was telling all of her friends.
Yeah. She's like, maybe I'm the next Pamela Anderson.
Liam Neeson's my boyfriend.
How could she not know that Liam Neeson is dating Pamela Anderson and that they're happy together?
That's right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
By the way, the person that's claiming to be Liam Neeson has been arrested for striking a family member who seized her phone in an attempt to keep from. Oh, wait, I think I'm reading this wrong. An elderly Florida woman who has been sending all of her money to someone claiming to be Liam Neeson has been arrested for striking a family member who seized her phone in an attempt to keep the accused from continuing to exchange texts with the fraudster. In other words, she was so hooked on Liam Neeson, that she hit a family member.
Oh, this is sad.
She's
She
in
was
love.
really emotionally invested.
She was.
Yeah.
Cops were dispatched Wednesday evening to a reported domestic disturbance at the Port St. Lucie home of 76-year-old Judith Barantes. Officers questioned Barantes, the female victim, and a male relative about the alleged battery, which resulted in the Neeson contacts. The victim, whose name was redacted from an arrest report, said that Barantes is not of right mind and was being defrauded by this male who was not Liam Neeson. After Barantes had handed over her phone, the victim said she began texting the person posing as the 73-year-old actor. Barantes then took the phone back, cops charge, and struck the victim in the head and arm. Just don't you talk to my Liam. 50-year-old Julio Barantes told cops that Judith has been sending all of her money to someone claiming to be Liam Neeson. He added that the septuagenarian took her phone back from the victim and started hitting her on the head and arm. Arrested on a misdemeanor charge, Barantes was booked into the county jail, from which she was released yesterday afternoon on a $250 bond, money which she rather would have given to Liam Neeson. An arrest affidavit offers no details on how Barantes met the actor or how much money was taken from her. Additionally, it's unknown if police are investigating the fraud.
I hope they are. There are so many people out there taking advantage of people, just especially older people who they don't get it.
It's true.
Sad.
Other celebrities in the news, supposedly for coming into somebody's life and supposedly not doing what they said they were going to do.
Who's that?
Our very own president. It's true.
Yeah.
A squatter was arrested at a tech tycoon's Palm Beach estate, claiming that President Trump gifted him the home.
Oh, that was nice of him.
It's very nice of him.
Yeah.
I think our president is trying to change the economy one home at a time.
How generous.
I think he's just calling random people, random squatters, and saying, you can have this home. I know it's not yours. It belongs to somebody, but you can have it.
You can have it now.
In these tough times, I'm just giving away people's homes. You can have them. We go to Palm Beach, Florida, where a shirtless trespasser wandered into a multi-million-dollar Palm Beach mansion owned by a prominent tech tycoon. Something's fishy in Denmark. Officers with the Palm Beach Police Department say they arrested 26-year-old Kellen White on May 22nd after police discovered him inside an over $20 million mansion owned by the co-inventor of the optical computer mouse. I didn't know that person was still alive.
No. What?
But he lives in Palm Beach and he's doing quite well. Thanks for asking. Yeah. Police say the homeowner's landscaper told them he was working on the property and spotted a shirtless man walking down the driveway. After calling the homeowner and learning he was not permitted to be there, he called the police. Where do you suppose the homeowner was at this time? He invented this thing right here. Yeah. So where do you suppose he was?
Probably at one of his other homes. Maybe, I don't know, in Europe.
How many homes do you think the owner of the optical computer mouse has?
I mean, probably a lot because that's quite an invention. I wish I could come up with something like that.
What do you think? He has like 37 homes in 37 different countries. And he was
At least. Yeah. He's living the life.
It's like, I'm not home right now, but that's not his. So he can't be there. Officers arrived to canvass the estate. They caught White red-handed as he walked out through a sliding glass door on the south side of the home. Once detained and read his Miranda rights on police body cameras, White's explanation for his luxury estate soon took a turn for the bizarre here. Jess, if you're ready for this, he had some pretty colorful explanations as to what he was doing at the house. He initially claimed he had purchased the entire estate the previous afternoon for cash and even said he had the keys in his pocket.
Huh.
Yeah.
How?
Some of us
He's
do
doing
that.
great. He's killing it.
He's doing good for himself. When officers tested the keys and realized they did not work on any of the exterior doors, White changed his tune all of a sudden, claiming the federal government had purchased the home for him and that Trump, in parentheses, air quotes, and other government officials personally told him he could enter through the unlocked sliding glass door. So President Trump, said, it's okay. You could totally just go in the sliding glass door. I don't do a very good Trump. Go in the sliding glass door. It's all right. Go ahead. It's on me.
Sound like a drunk version.
Yeah. Drunk Trump told him, go in the sliding glass door.
Almost like a little Bill Cosby-ish.
It's okay. You can go in. We will go in the sliding glass door. You can go and have a drink on me. I tell you, just thinking, there's a woman waiting for you in the bedroom. Give her a drink on me as well. Pretty pop.
You nailed that one.
Thank you. A walk through the mansion revealed that White had completely moved into the tech inventor's home. In the master suite, police discovered an unmade bed, White's backpack with clothing scattered on the floor, and his wallet, complete with a U.S. Air Force ID, resting on the nightstand. So,
I mean, obviously, Trump told him to make himself at home.
President Trump got on the phone and said, is everything okay there at the house? I'm just wondering if you had a good time and you slept well and everything was okay.
I'm dying.
Because if not, they'll have the maid come by and she makes up the beds and get flip up the cupboards and everything will be all right. A gray article of clothing was left on the bathroom floor with the shower door wide open. White openly admitted to officers that he had used the master shower and had been enjoying the mansion's luxury pool earlier that morning.
Good for him.
You sure you don't swallow any of the pool water because of the chlorine to get it all up in the thing and it irritates your throat? Furthermore, police found the mansion's wine cellar doors wide open with the lights on. White admitted that the keys, I don't know why I have to have the pen in my hand when I do that, but I have to.
It's like you have a cigar or something.
Furthermore, police found the mansion's wine cellar doors wide open with the lights on. White admitted that the keys in his pocket had been stolen from inside the residence and belonged to the homeowner's private wine cellar. So he found the wine cellar.
I mean, good for him. He found the pool. He found the master suite. He found the wine cellar. Life
Yeah.
is golden for this guy.
He's been there a while. Yeah. The tech entrepreneur's uninvited guest did not finish his luxury vacation, however, as White was arrested and booked on charges of burglary of an unoccupied dwelling and petty theft. So, meanwhile, President Trump said, I didn't invite him into the house. It wasn't on me. I had no idea. And it was flagging, flagging, and flagging, flagging, and I'm going back to my job. That's what he said.
That was a great story. I feel like it really cracked something open in you, Tim.
Thanks. Yeah. There's one man who's in a little bit of trouble in Florida, innocently enough, for signs that he's put up for his business. He's a chiropractor.
Okay.
You know how you put a funny or a punny little sign out for your business?
Yeah. What did he do?
Yeah. I mean, you've seen it before. You know, like you try to put up a sign for your business to draw people in.
Yeah, something that captures people's attention without being too gimmicky or lame, like everyone else has done it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like if it's, you know, like a donut shop, if like, you'll have a donut shop over here in Blaine next to the golf course. It'll be like, come on in for a hole in one, you know, it'll be for donut holes, you know, stuff like that. Yeah. It's, you know, punny little. Yeah.
I was going to say something bad, but I'm not, 'cause we're not in that situation.
No, go ahead. Yeah, you can let one out before not safe for work. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, like, you know, like something like, come on in, our holes are delicious. You'll love to eat our holes.
Ow. Okay, there's that. Sure. I was trying to clean it up before not safe for work, but okay.
Well, you told me to. Sorry, guys.
Well, this guy, this chiropractor in Florida is in a little bit of trouble over a crack pun. Because, you know, chiropractors crack.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they crack backs, they crack necks, right? 23-year-old man is facing a felony charge for an alleged sign destruction. Now, for decades, a chiropractic clinic in Florida has used a marquee sign outside its office to host a rotating series of puns aimed at catching the attention of motorists passing by on an adjacent interstate. The adjustment humor has included such winners as "We never crack under pressure." It's easier to, yeah, it's cute.
Cute and clean.
Cute and clean. It's easier to throw out your back than your mother-in-law.
Ah.
Huh? Right.
Yeah, good.
We won't stop until everyone is cracked up.
Cute.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And our Easter adjustments are excellent.
Oh.
Honey.
Sounds a little cheesy.
Honey, right? Until recently, the two-sided sign, which changes every few weeks, declared licensed crack dealer.
Ah.
Right? Pretty funny. According to police, the clinic sign was vandalized on Sunday afternoon by a 23-year-old man who used landscape bricks and a branch to smash the sign, damaging the letters, message boards, and interior lights.
That just made him so mad
I guess licensed crack dealer was over the line.
because he came over and he's like, "Where's my crack?"
He
And there
said,
wasn't any, so he lost it.
my name is Cracky McCrackerson, and where's my crack? Right? And he just went nuts. This, by the way, is the picture of the 23-year-old man who couldn't stand to know that his crack was not there.
Man, what's wrong with you, brother?
Doesn't he look like a 70s folk singer?
Oh, he does. Yeah, give that man a guitar and little
Yeah.
fringed leather vest.
Maybe a Pabst Blue Ribbon,
Yeah.
right? When confronted by cops, Benjamin Fregali, he does look like a Benjamin, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah.
Oh, Benji.
Benji Fregali, spontaneously advised the sign message was licensed crack dealer, and he thought that was illegal.
Oh, he's just trying to be a good citizen.
Yes. Fregali, according to an arrest report, showed no indication of drug or alcohol influence or any mental health issues.
What?
Why Fregali did not get the joke or actually believe that cocaine was being openly advertised is not addressed in court records.
I feel like that is a sign of a mental health issue.
It kind of is, right? When you don't get the joke.
Come on.
Like, the cops haven't stopped by to stop this man. Why would you?
Yeah.
Right? That should be the number one indicator.
I would think.
The cops haven't stopped by to shut him down. Why would you?
If in doubt, ask a friend.
Right.
Do you think this is real? And then
Yeah.
someone could be like, "No, Benji, it's just a joke. It's okay.
Yeah.
Put your baseball bat away."
Tone it down and tune your guitar, Benji. We want to hear more John Denver out of you, right? I mean, that really should be the message here.
Oh, how crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy that he wasn't crazy.
Yeah, crazy that he wasn't crazy. He just was a concerned citizen and felt he needed to destroy that so that the young children wouldn't go in and get crack. I know. Since the Palm Harbor's clinic owner estimated the damage to the sign significantly exceeded $1,000, Fregali was arrested for felony criminal mischief. He was booked into the county jail where he locked up in lieu of $5,000 bond ahead of a May 29 court hearing. By the way, it's already happened. Fregali's rap sheet includes convictions for trespass, probation violation, obstruction, and battery for punching his father in the jaw last year.
Okay, this guy definitely has some mental health issues. Come on.
Yeah, maybe his father didn't love America. I don't know.
I would feel better about it if he was on drugs or highly intoxicated. He's just doing all this stuff just because.
Here's why he punched his father in the jaw. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
In November 2024, Fregali was arrested for allegedly punching his father in the jaw, in the head, and hitting him in the ribs with a metal baseball bat after being told to go to bed because he was intoxicated.
Oh, in that case, he was drunk.
Prosecutors subsequently decided to drop the aggravated battery with a deadly weapon charge in that deal. So Benji, evidently, when he's got intoxicants in him, is a little, he goes from being Benji to Ben. So, you know.
Wow.
Maybe he had a few and then saw the licensed crack dealer sign and felt the need to rage out.
Yeah. He's just a little unhinged. Just a little. Just a tad.
Mm-hmm. Alcohol makes Ben mad.
I think they should have on that sign, "You got a real nice crack."
Want to see our crack? Come on in.
We hear we have the best crack in town.
That's right. Plenty of crack, no hair. Huh? I don't know. There's lots of things you could put on the sign. Now that it'll be rebuilt after Ben gets done paying for it.
Yeah.
So, there's that. All right. This next story, Jess, qualifies for the most emailed story to my inbox this week.
Really? Well, I'm excited to hear it. They always send you good ones.
Yes. Sent to me probably 14,000 times this past week. It was sent to me
Wow.
So thank you, everybody who was on top of it this week. All of you sent it to my email. All of you sent it to me.
Everyone.
Everyone. And evidently you all like a good cop shooting in the break room. So
Oh no.
yeah, it's a popular topic this week. A microwaved fish led to a cop's felony arrest.
Fish?
Nobody, by the way, Jess, the number one offense of any break room, any lunchroom,
Hmm.
microwaving fish.
You make it stink. Yeah, it's true.
Horrible. A detective was charged with pulling out his weapon over the stench of microwave fish.
Wow. Who gets that mad about stinky fish, though?
This detective did. This guy right here, which, by the way, he looks like he would draw his weapon in a heartbeat over any minor offense.
He looks so mad.
He does, doesn't he?
He's got like beady little eyes.
He does. Beady eyes. He looks like he probably dyes his goatee to match his balding head. Not that most of us don't. I'm just saying, most of us don't.
Yeah.
Most of us, we just let it gray naturally.
It's the salt and pepper.
That's right. Angered that a fellow cop used the office microwave to heat up his fish, a detective allegedly drew his weapon and pointed it at the odor-producing officer, according to an arrest warrant. Investigators say that 46-year-old Michael DiBiase was at police headquarters in Myrtle Beach on Saturday when he got into a dispute with a patrolman whose name is redacted from the warrant. DiBiase confronted the patrolman about warming up fish in the microwave, causing an odor in the office. During the confrontation, Detective DiBiase drew and pointed his department-issued handgun at the other officer.
I think someone needs a little anger management.
No fish in the microwave. DiBiase was arrested for allegedly pointing and presenting a firearm at a person, which is a felony. He was booked into the Horry County Jail, from which he was later released without bail. Court records do not indicate what kind of fish was being microwaved, which is important, completely important to the story. Because if it's cod, it's not that bad.
No, cod doesn't smell that bad. Salmon, now that's pretty stinky, but
If it's red
delicious and
snapper,
good for you.
if it's snapper, shoot that mother. You know,
Yeah, if it's snapper, we get it.
tilapia, he takes one in the rear. It says here in parentheses, which itself could be considered criminal behavior, depending on what kind of fish it is.
Fish does stink when you microwave it, in that guy's defense, but scary, that's all it takes for him to become totally unglued.
Right.
He's out in the world dealing with criminals. Like, he's just one bad glance away from shooting someone on the street.
Oh, you know he beats
For
people.
no reason. Yeah.
You know he's a bad cop.
Scary.
DiBiase was placed on administrative leave following the May 30th incident. The subsequent internal investigation identified several policy violations that resulted in his termination, according to a Myrtle Beach Police Department statement, which it was a one-page statement on this guy about the different violations. So he,
Yeah, he's in trouble.
DiBiase was not a great cop. We'll put it that way. All right. Our next few stories have to do with fast food restaurants. We have some fast food violations this week that we need to cover. One, Jess, has to do with the fact that if you destroy a fast food restaurant in the Bronx, police won't necessarily show up. That's our first story.
Oh.
It's the Bronx. Cops
So
aren't.
if you want to bust stuff up, go there.
Yeah, and especially if you want to drive your car into a McDonald's. A vehicle goes airborne and crashes into the side of a Bronx McDonald's. By the way, this is what the car looked like after it hit the McDonald's. The cops still didn't show up.
They didn't come for that?
No. You can... I have relatives in the Bronx. I'll tell you this much. You can get away with a lot. The cops still won't show up. We go to Soundview in the Bronx, where there were some frightening moments for customers at a McDonald's in the Bronx when a car plowed into the building. The vehicle went airborne at the location on Bruckner Boulevard between Morrison and Boynton in Soundview on Saturday just before noon. There was a hole in the brick facade where the front end of the car got wedged. There were 2 people in the car when it crashed. They both fled the scene.
They were
Just,
doing something naughty.
why just? Because they knew they could, and no one's going to chase them.
Oh gosh. Was it a stolen vehicle or something? You're just
I
gonna
will,
leave your
I
car?
will give you $10 if it wasn't stolen.
Yeah.
There were no injuries, and the investigation still ongoing. The restaurant is closed until further notice. That's story number 1. A fast food restaurant this week. Story number 2 involves a woman accused of ramming a victim during a Raising Cane's road rage incident in Homestead, Florida. Raising Cane's is so good, though.
Pretty good. I just had some at a grad party yesterday. Mm-mm.
Did you?
Yeah.
So jealous. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. It's like adult kid food, right?
Yeah, the sauce, delicious.
Oh.
The toast, that's my favorite part.
Oh, right. Right. I mean, you can take the coleslaw and just throw it out the window when you go.
Don't need that.
Right. If you go through the drive-through, get yourself some chicken fingers, and you get the Texas toast and the fries. You can eat that on the way. You can start eating on the way home. Just take the coleslaw, throw it out the window.
Yep. That's what we had at my son's grad party. It was great. We had leftovers forever. I felt like we just froze it.
Please tell me it wasn't after his kindergarten grad party.
It was, Tim.
Ah! Right. I'm disappointed.
Deal with it.
I'm disappointed in you. A woman is facing 2 felony charges in connection with a late night road rage incident at a Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers location in Homestead, Florida. Authorities said the incident, which happened Sunday at the chain's location on Northeast 8th Street, involves crashes into both a person and a pickup truck. According to the Homestead Police Department, a woman was in the restaurant's drive-thru just before 1:45 a.m. when Amber Nicole Collier, who's 32 years old, of Northwest Miami-Dade, drove recklessly through the parking lot and went the wrong way through the line, almost hitting the victim's car.
1:45 a.m. Nothing good happens at the drive-thru at that time.
Something tells me somebody's been drinking.
Yeah.
Authorities said the victim drove to the stop sign and told Collier to drive more carefully. This enraged Collier, by the way, according to police, who eventually said to the woman, "You're a rapist and a cracker, and I'm going to kill you."
Whoa.
Wow. And a happy chicken day to you, too. While trying to hit the victim with her vehicle at the same time, but hit a curb instead. You could tell she was drunk because she told and then boom, hit the curb. Police said another woman in the passenger seat of the victim's car got out. Oh, now it's on. Collier, according to the report, set her sights on her and rammed into her, bruising her elbow.
Oh my goodness. Don't get out and engage with this person. They're clearly crazy.
Here's the thing, okay? You're in a car, they're in a car. The minute you get out, you're not in a car. There's no metal protecting you.
You're vulnerable.
Yes, you have just made the wrong decision. Authorities say Collier then took off and hit a pickup truck in the process. She's again, sloppy drunk. The report states that Collier took off and a Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office deputy eventually pulled her over on US 1 and Southwest 32nd Street, 232nd Street, about 6 miles away from the restaurant in the unincorporated Princeton area. Collier was previously arrested on April 6th after another traffic incident, according to court records. An MDSO arrest report states that she sped through a school zone near Lake Stevens Elementary School. Told the deputy trying to pull her over, "I'm not pulling over," then eventually did, pulling over to the side of the road. But authorities said the stop was short-lived. After telling the deputy, "I'm dropping my kids off," she took off again, and the motorcycle deputy once again tried to stop her. Evidently, nothing gets her to stop. In state said she eventually stopped outside the school and the deputy took her into custody. Authorities said she told the deputy F-U-N word and said when she gets out of jail, she was going to kill him or her.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah.
Just keeps escalating, Tim.
She's nice. She's a nice person. Collier, in her latest case, is facing charges of attempted aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, and leaving the scene of a crash, causing property damage. As of Monday afternoon, she's being held in the Turner Guilford Knight Correctional Center on $7,500 bond. So it wasn't that serious. I mean, it's under 10 grand.
Yeah, 7,500, that's nothing.
Yeah. Our last fast food story is probably our worst. We go to Southern California in Chipotle. I mean, who doesn't love committing a crime in Chipotle?
I mean, these are all my kids' favorite places to eat.
Right. No one is safe these days in a fast food restaurant.
No.
But we just did the trifecta. McDonald's, Raising Cane's, and Chipotle. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Right. A teen unmasked after a disgusting assault on a SoCal Chipotle worker. A teenager was arrested for her vile attack on a Chipotle worker after surveillance video showed her chucking a dish in the employee's face. 18-year-old Samantha Domino Salomon was arrested Thursday after police released footage of the teen throwing food inside a Santa Ana Chipotle on May 12th. Video showed the teen arguing with the worker at the register before violently tossing the container, which exploded on the victim's chest and face.
Oh my goodness. What a mess. What a waste of guacamole.
Right? That is a colorful sentence, by the way. Exploded on the chest and face. I almost did a Marv Albert there. Exploded on the chest and face. Yes. Let's see a replay. Exploded on the chest and face. Yes.
In slow motion, please.
In slow motion. Solomon for 3. Yes. Police released the footage in an Instagram post on May. I'm breaking out all the impressions today. Police released the footage in an Instagram post on May 27th, asking the public for help in identifying the suspect. Thanks to our correctional officers and several community members, the suspect was positively identified as Samantha Domino Salomon of Santa Ana. Why it took a correctional officer to identify this person who's 18 is beyond me.
Yeah.
Evidently, it's a juvie, someone who's been to juvenile. Yeah.
Yeah. They have a record. I'm shocked that they already have a record when they're behaving that way.
Right. Good work. No one should treat anyone the way she did. One wrote, excellent little dirt bag. Another added, and don't play. A third chimed in. So there you go. Little dirt bag.
Wow.
Yeah. They told her. All right, it's time now for Not Safe for Work. We almost got there with one of those stories, but so we might have educated your kids slightly. Mm-hmm. So it's time to escort them out of the room, put some Lincoln Logs or something in their hands and keep them busy with your boss. Maybe put some Lincoln Logs in his hand and keep him busy. Let's get to the stories in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We'll start with California party mom who's been sentenced for hosting alcohol-fueled teen sex parties.
Oh.
Yeah, and here's a quick mugshot of her, Jess. Yeah. That's all I gotta say.
I don't have words.
Thank you. Well, I might, but I may be looked at as a bit misogynistic if I say mine.
But everything that you said in the sentence leading up to you showing me her picture made me vomit in my mouth.
Yeah. California party mom, alcohol-fueled teen sex parties.
Ew.
Tells me that nobody wanted to have an alcohol-fueled teen sex party with her when she was a teen.
Yes, exactly. You nailed it.
So she's trying to host one as an adult. And
live the youth she wished she had.
Thank you. Thank you for finishing that sentence I didn't want to say. We go to Santa Clara County, California, where a 51-year-old woman who's old
Oh,
enough to
for
matter,
heaven's
known as the Party Mom, has been sentenced to 35 years and 10 months in prison. Thank you for hosting several alcohol-fueled parties in which she encouraged the sexual assault of minors in
oh,
2020. And yeah, I know, right? That's definitely need a shower after reading that line.
man, this is bad.
In 2020 and 2021, Shannon O'Connor hosted at least 6 parties in which she provided alcohol and condoms for teens ages 14 and 15. How, how, how could you, if you have any moral compass in your head,
I mean, she clearly doesn't. Zero.
be like, I'm the cool mom. Here's a condom and some alcohol.
Like, how low is your self-esteem that that's how you want to relate to kids? And like, it's just so weird. What
Yeah.
happened to her when she was growing up? There's something really wrong with her.
Yeah, definitely. She would encourage the teens to drink excessively and sexually assault minor girls, sometimes while she watched.
I hate this story.
Yeah, we'll get through it together.
Ugh.
To quote Dusty Rhodes, put your hand in my hand and we'll get through this together. That's paraphrasing. The acts she pushed the teens to perform were often non-consensual. You think? During one party she hosted, she watched and laughed as a girl was sexually battered in a bedroom. At another, she encouraged a boy to assault a girl who was so drunk she told investigators she almost drowned in a hot tub.
Right.
O'Connor would instruct the minors not to tell their parents about the parties and would often text them or send them Snapchat messages in the middle of the night asking them to come over to her house to drink. O'Connor was arrested in Idaho on October 13th of 2021 on 39 charges, according to the Ada County Sheriff's Office. Her teenage sons were determined to be in imminent danger and removed from her custody. CBS reports that when authorities arrived with an arrest warrant, there were 10 underage boys and 2 underage girls in her home, most of whom had spent the night.
Not
I
good.
don't know about you, Jess, but I know a definite disadvantage when I see one.
Yeah, those 2 girls, that's not safe.
Yeah.
And
When
if
you have
you're the parents of these girls, like, you're not even getting this lady to jail if those are my girls. Like, she's not gonna make it. I'm gonna go find that lady with the dynamite and be like, "Girl, I got a job for you. Let's go."
That's right. I want to give this woman a new nickname. How
We're
stumpy.
gonna we're gonna shove that dynamite somewhere she can't reach it, so she ain't never getting it out. She's gonna blow up from the inside out.
Her new nickname is Cupcake.
Oh,
That's a reference to a story a couple of weeks ago. Um, uh, O'Connor, by the way, was convicted of the charges in March. According to CBS News, 41 witnesses testified at her trial after multi-day sentencing hearings. Several victims and their family members spoke out in court. Of their statements, CBS reports Santa Clara County District Attorney Jeff Rosen said, I listened to the testimony of several victims and their parents and heard these words and phrases over and over again. Predator, manipulated, groomed, hypersexualized, violated, betrayed, traumatized, isolated, intimidated, harassed. Made me feel small. Suffered several anxiety and depression. Contemplated suicide. Not over it. Lifelong impact. Forever changed me. Stole my innocence. Took away my childhood, but I also heard resilient and strong survivors. AGO TV reports that on the 3rd day of the sentencing hearing, O'Connor said, my actions are the cause of your pain or for your pain, and I am ashamed. And I face every day knowing that I was the cause. I'm not sorry for myself. I'm sorry for all of you and what I put you through. But as I look at all of you today, I hope you can find some comfort knowing that I've been punished and will continue to be for years to come. Boy, she sounds like a grade A narcissist.
I mean, yeah, are you sorry? If you were sorry, you wouldn't have done that crap in the first place.
Right.
I mean, you have to completely lack a moral compass to do the things that she did.
Yep. No, she just did it for her own amusement.
I mean, how is that amusing? That's so sick.
Yeah.
Yay. Yep. I hate that story. Give me a better one, Tim.
Oh, I got a better one for you, Jess. Some people go to Walmart for the great prices. Other people go to Walmart to shoot themselves in the groin. That's just how it ends up. We go to Venice, Florida, where deputies with the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office responded to a Walmart in Venice Thursday morning after receiving a 911 call regarding a shooting. According to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, the caller was at the Walmart located on, I believe this is Tomiyami, something like that trail, where they heard a popping sound ring out. And no, it wasn't fireworks, although it is that time of year. The caller also reported seeing a trail of blood near the bathroom area at the front of the store.
Oh,
Yeah. Ouch.
that's not a good sign.
Responding deputies evacuated the store, stating that no one was located inside the premises. A short while later, an individual suffering from an apparent gunshot wound was located at the Sarasota Memorial Hospital campus in Venice. Deputies said that surveillance video from the Walmart showed a man entering the store with a holstered gun in the waistband of his shorts.
Oh, shoot.
Yes, he did.
No.
Yes, he did.
Oh, no.
Uh-huh. The video showed that while attempting to adjust the gun in his holster, the gun discharged and struck the man in the leg and groin area. The sheriff's office said that appears to be an isolated incident with no threat to the public.
Oh,
But
that is a...
it was no threat to the public, Jess, but it was a threat to the pubic.
Yeah, that's a bad day, Tim.
That's a real bad day, Jess. Now, with that, we take a small break and a small step to the left. And a little reminder that as this man shot his groin, he probably yelled out an expletive. But as he yelled out that expletive, he probably had a name for it. You know what I mean?
For his groin?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people do, I guess.
So he probably said, "Oh, shoot, I shot little Willie." Or, "Oh, shoot, I shot little Damien." Or whatever
Or
it was shot.
why is he naming it little?
Well, you're right. It might be
Shot Big Ben.
Big Damo or whatever it is he shot, right? That brings up this interesting story I found. So I figured I'd pass it along today.
All right. I'm ready for it.
There's a story that Vice.com put out that said these are the most common nicknames that British men have for their penises, and it's really quite funny.
Oh, okay.
So I figured I'd take us on a little sidetrack today. 80% of British men have given their penises a nickname, and that's not a joke. Well, for some of them it is, but that is a number that is completely real. 80% of British men have a name for them. That's right.
I want a poll. I want to know how many of our listeners have named their...
We need to know that, yes.
Just message Tim. He wants to know.
Yes, message me. Tim@darknessradio.com. Have you named it and what's the name? And we need to tell Jess. Research from the Urology Foundation, reported by Metro, puts the figure at roughly 26 million men across the UK. The habit was the most common in the Northwest, where 86% said they had one, and lower in Scotland, Northern Ireland, and Wales, where numbers hovered around 72 to 73%. Whatever the regional variation, the overall figure is hard to ignore. As for what they're actually calling it, the list runs from self-deprecating to deeply aspirational. John Thomas topped the rankings as the most common nickname. Or calling it your John Thomas, a known slang term for penis in the UK, while Mopey Dick was close behind. Then things got creative. Circumference was one of the names.
Oh, yeah. That's clever.
This is the one that made me laugh the most. Widgie McWidgeface. Yes, calling it. Now, can you imagine the guy in the Walmart going, "Oh, I shot Widgie McWidgeface"? Yeah.
Oh my. I love that this data is coming from a urologist though. Like is this like part of the intake questionnaire?
Yeah.
Do you name it? And if so, what is it?
Yes, you have a British urologist going, "All right, a few things I need to learn from you. First of all, Is there any leakage when you urinate? Second of all, do you have a name for it? As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I call mine Widgy McWidge face. Yes. Mhm.
So much better with the accent. I love it.
Others went full military hierarchy. They called it the general, the
Okay.
captain, the boss, the prince, the champ. Those were all featured. Yes, I believe the prince is at full attention right now. Thank you. Then there's the maximalist camp. They call it the Rocket, the Wand, Rodzilla, Big Ben, and Little Man among them. I just shot Rodzilla. You know, I mean, come on. Now, they say that there's psychology behind nicknaming it. Psychotherapist Lucy Beresford told Tyla the psychology behind all of this is more interesting than it first appears. The first is that the genitalia are, on some level, still taboo, and people often don't feel comfortable using the clinical terms like, now, see, the word penis used to bother me quite a bit, because it's a weird word. It's a very type word, right?
Yeah, it's like you're trying to spit something out.
Yeah, yeah.
Penis. It's like,
It sounds
ew. Penis.
disgusting. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
disgusting sounding word. Or something like cock, she said. There's a disconnect between our capacity to want sex and our capacity to talk about sex. The jokey names, she added, are a way of minimizing the weight of the whole thing. Humor as a pressure valve, she said. The grander names carry a different type of energy. If you gave it a really powerful name like Rocket, Big Ben, the Terminator, or something like that, you're really speaking to the potency that you feel about yourself and about the prowess in bed that you have, or about your capacity to give pleasure to your partner. Beresford went on to say. It's quite egocentric, really. She was quick to add that in most cases, it signals something good in a loving relationship, she said. Playful nicknames can deepen the connection. That can be just a great sign of affection, and it can deepen the relationship. So whether it's the champ or Widgy McWidge face, at least
So
someone's having fun with it. So there
the
you go.
Terminator is kind of scary, though. I don't think I want
Yeah,
Terminator coming at me.
someone's got an ego if they're naming it the Terminator.
What is it, trying to kill me?
I'll be back. That's the only thing I can think of is, the thing is coming back for thirds and fourths.
Oh my.
Right. All right. On to our next story. Speaking of Widgy McWidge face. I don't know if you've ordered DoorDash lately.
My kids do. I don't. It seems like a waste of money to me, but
A huge waste of money. Okay, so
yeah.
I've figured out just how much of a waste of money DoorDash really is. So if you go through a drive-through at any fast food restaurant, let's say you pay $20 for an order, you'll pay exactly 100% more going to DoorDash.
Yeah. Crazy.
You'll pay $40 for a $20 order going through DoorDash. Because not only do they, because you're like, Tim, no, that's not true. It is true. Because what they do is not only do they charge you the fees and the taxes and all that other stuff and delivery charges, but they actually charge more for the menu items.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they get you.
Seems wrong.
It's completely wrong. But it's convenience, right?
Yeah. How much are you willing to pay for your McDonald's when it's like 3 a.m. or whatever and you can't drive because
Right.
you've had one too many cocktails?
Or even, and this is even hard to swallow, if you're disabled or you're elderly,
Yeah.
you can't get out. That's how they get the money out of you.
Yeah. That is actually key.
Yeah. So, well, one guy's got it figured out. One guy has said, you know what? I know how to pay for my DoorDash.
How's he doing it, Tim?
With these nuts.
Oh no. Do they take that as currency for DoorDash?
I don't think they do, but he tried.
Okay.
Yep. That's for sure. A naked man grabbed a female DoorDash worker during a food delivery, according to Cocoa police. We go to Cocoa,
Ew.
Florida. A man is accused of grabbing a female DoorDash driver during a food drop off on Tuesday while naked.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Not the tip I was looking for.
Ah, see, you put two and two together and got six. Not 6 inches, by the way. That's not how much Widgie McWidge face is. The incident occurred at 1:07 p.m. It happened in the middle of the afternoon at a residence on West King Street in Cocoa, police said. 20-year-old Jamar Carter ordered Denny's through DoorDash, which has to taste disgusting. There's no way it was warm when it got there. Although
You
he
would
was.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was hot.
Yep. When the victim arrived at the residence to deliver the order, the man opened the front door completely naked and erect, officers said. He
Oh,
was hard for Denny's.
Denny's makes him really excited.
Moons over my hammy got him stiffer than a board. Yeah, baby.
Oh.
However, police said Carter grabbed the right side of her hip, restrained her, and pressed the front of himself against the back of her person. Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
ew.
oh, no, Mr. Carter. No, no, no.
And this poor girl, it's the middle of the day. She probably thought, oh, it's a safe time to be delivering DoorDash. She was not expecting this.
Bad, Jamar, bad.
Gross.
While trying to get away, Carter allegedly grabbed the victim's rear, according to the arrest report. I don't mean to laugh, but that's horrible.
Oh,
The victim stated at this point, she continued toward her vehicle, and Carter said, "Where the blank do you think you're going?" Home.
away from you, you
Mental health,
freak.
mental health day now. Yes. Yeah. And going to shower.
To the police station and to wash myself in bleach.
Yep. After making it to her vehicle, she dialed 911. When officers spoke with Carter, he advised he did not place a DoorDash order and claimed not to be home. I'm not here naked. No, I
Here
didn't.
at his door. I'm not home right now. Sorry.
Not, didn't place a DoorDash order, and I'm fully clothed. After further investigation, police found an email receipt for the DoorDash order. Carter is charged with attempted kidnapping and attempted sexual battery and was transported to the Brevard County Jail, where he has since bonded out. I wonder if anybody took advantage of his moons over my hammy in the Brevard County Jail. Be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Oh, I hope he gets some time for that. I mean, that is honestly really scary.
Yeah, it is. And with that, that ends our broadcast day.
We made it. We got to the end.
Although, with that, Jess, we get to our palate cleanser. Now, our palate cleanser today is all about double entendres. I don't know that this is much of a palate cleanser today, my friend. I'm sorry.
Great.
Yeah, I don't know that because I'll tell you where I got the idea, honestly. I was sitting around this weekend and I'm watching TV and our good friend Wayne D, who's been on the program before, and done this very segment, Dumb Crime, Stupid Criminals, who's down in Nashville at 98.6 and does the afternoons there. Country Music Association, CMA award-winning afternoon show. Says to me, I'm coming up next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's great. So we're going to hang out, do our thing. And as we're talking, I'm watching AEW Collision. And there's a commercial on TV. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a Father's Day commercial. And I thought, oh my God, I did not just hear that.
What did they say?
Just the tagline was, every Father's Day starts at Dick's.
They're not wrong.
I said, no shit. That's like saying every life begins at conception. Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the guy who wrote this ad is either the biggest genius in the world or he's going to get fired
Genius.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
right?
Well, we're talking about it, so I'm gonna say genius.
It's genius. Now, do you think, again, we talked about that type of sign earlier in the program,
Yeah.
right? You know, the chiropractor and crack and blah, 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 blah. I've noticed Dick's Sporting Goods doing this a lot lately in their
What are
ads.
they gonna do? They have to. You gotta I want to say you gotta play with it, but that sounds wrong.
See, they do that too. They do this in their advertising and they know that they're straddling the line, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
We have
straddling the
two
line.
we have two dicks near us. We have we have the one in the mall, which is the small dicks, and then
Yeah.
there's a really big one that's like separated and it's the big dicks. And we don't even
Right.
mean it. My friends and I will be like, I like the big dick better. It's just the big dicks is just so much better.
It's got more in it, right? It's
You
got,
just get more bang for your buck at the big dicks.
that's right.
Totally don't mean it, but every time we start talking about it, we're like, oh, we gotta call it something else. Sounds so dirty.
But funny.
But yeah, yeah. If you're the advertising team at Dick's, I mean, God bless. Have fun with it. I think that's amazing.
They know they're doing it.
They have to. But you gotta wonder if there's like that old staunchy person in the marketing team that like really doesn't get it.
Either that or they're like, that's not what it's about. It's a good
Right.
name. It's short
Right.
for Richard. Right? You know they do that, right? Like this the prim proper staunchy,
Yeah.
it's just short for Richard. We're not like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So with that, I gave Wayne the joke. The joke of every Father's Day starts at Dick's. Yeah, no shit.
Mhm.
Life starts at conception. We know. And I said, but I get to use it this week, and then it's yours for whatever, because he hosts comedy shows and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
But I want to introduce you to the palate cleanser today. By the way, this isn't the first year it's been done. It's back, kids. The snow penis is back, and
Oh, look at that, just standing up all erect.
It is. This is part one of our palate cleanser today. The snow penis is back in Borås, which was demolished right afterwards by the Swedish Transport Administration. If you're not familiar with the snow penis, we talked about it last year. The traditional snow penis in Daljosfors, I can say it, was demolished on Wednesday on behalf of the Swedish Transport Administration. The assessment was that the penis may pose a traffic hazard, not cancer, traffic hazard. Now, the Swedes have this thing where when the snow falls over there, it's winter, I guess, over there or something now. That's weird. They decide to erect a giant snow penis in the middle of traffic, in the middle of their roundabouts.
I mean, I kind of love it.
Yeah. And they wait for the transport administration to come out and demolish the thing.
Can you imagine being the guy in the transport division that's your job?
Yeah. You're like, oh my God, here we go again. Jesus Christ already. There it is in the middle of the semaphore.
You're just out there whacking the snow penis.
Are we going to take the blower out and take it down already? We got to go blow the snow penis. Right? I mean, that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right?
You're either blowing it down or you're whacking it down. Take your pick. Either way.
Right. Either way, you got to go at it with the snow penis. Right? That's the whole Swedish Transportation Administration's job. Now, it says here, the snow penis has become a recurring tradition during the night of Wednesday, and it appeared again at a roundabout on Highway 40 in I'm going to get this right, Daljosfors. It's been noticed and praised on social media, but it didn't take And that's the whole reason someone's doing it, is to get noticed on social media.
Yeah.
But it didn't take many hours for the Swedish Transport Administration to get it demolished. I bet, right? Someone online going, yeah, you demolished my snow penis, did you? Did you enjoy it while you had it up? The author of this article, which was originally written in Swedish, I had to translate it in Google Translate, said, I suspect that many people pay a little extra attention. It's not a trivial matter. It's a roundabout. You have to keep an eye on the traffic. And it would be stupid if it caused an accident.
It would be. I was distracted by the penis. The snow penis was very distracting.
I was busy looking at the tip and I ran into the car in front of me. Oh, sorry about that. It says the snow penis also violates the ban on placing artwork along roads and roundabouts.
Oh, it's art.
Oh, isn't that neat?
The guy's just an artist.
Katarina Wolfram says you have to have permission to put up the penis.
I mean, I suppose you got to get a permit or something.
According to the Swedish Transport Administration, the snow penis has looked almost identical every time it appears year after year. So there might be one penile artist behind this deal. Although, let's face it, snowballs and snow dick almost always look alike.
I mean, how different are they going to look? They're kind of,
you're
they might vary in size, but they're generally the same.
You're in the middle of a roundabout. You don't have time to carve veins. I mean, you got to get this thing up and out of there, like in a hurry.
Yeah, it's a quick snow penis job.
a quick snow job. There was one that was erected in Bolyabide, is I think how you pronounce it, but it was not as well made, they say. For comparison, another notable snow penis in Bolyabide is mentioned, which is most likely the result of improvisation, they say. An improvised penis. It's not nearly as well made, so you can see the difference when someone just makes a snowball and rolls it and puts it there, said Katarina Wolfram.
An improvised penis. So it's more like a dildo than a penis.
Yeah, like a snow dildo.
Snow dildo. Yeah, right. Essentially.
Right. Now, with that in mind, there's a story out there in the Daily Record that's warning, again, we're talking double entendres here.
Mm-hmm.
Warning people as it's, baby season now. I mean, we're in the season where babies are being born from now until August, September. You got to do the math. People were getting busy and now the babies are being born.
Okay. So like Valentine's Day conception? Wait, no.
No. That would be right around the holidays, Jess. Right around
I can't math, Tim.
Right around in the fall and in the winter.
So these are winter babies when people are like stuck inside.
Yeah, fall, the cold weather conception, warm weather babies.
Okay.
And so now people are naming babies now, and there's a little bit of a cautionary tale now for some people who have unusual last names and what they should be naming their babies.
Okay.
I ran across this story, which kind of falls in line with our theme for our palate cleanser today. The headline is, our unfortunate surname means some baby names are banned in our house. A couple has shared a list of cute baby names they would never use for their child because of one small detail about the unfortunate surname that they share. When it comes to choosing a baby name, choosing your surname can be crucial. For most parents, your surname will have little impact on your baby's name. But it's still worth considering to ensure you like how the two names sound together. For example, my last name's Dennis.
Mm-hmm.
I would never name my kid Menace, like Dennis the Menace, right?
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. However, for some parents, their surname can make a significant difference, as it could lead to the child being teased at school or ridiculed in their life for having an unfortunate name. A couple on Instagram knows this predicament all too well, as they revealed there are several names they can't use for their baby due to their surname being Cox.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Quincy and Zach Cox are currently expecting their second child and recently posted a video discussing potential names for their upcoming arrival. While they haven't yet disclosed the name that they're giving their baby, they shared a list of names they obviously cannot use because it would sound awful when combined with their surname. Quincy and Zach are expecting a baby girl and already have a daughter named Capri.
Free?
Capri. Capri,
Yeah.
yeah. Capri, yeah. Said they wouldn't be using such names as Eden Cox, Holden Cox,
Golden Cox, yeah.
or Harry Cox for their baby, obviously, as these could be twisted into joke phrases like eating, holding, or Harry when paired with their surname Cox. So you wouldn't do that, right?
Yeah.
They also ruled out Anita Cox, as well as Ryder, which would sound like Ride Your, or Isla, which could be interpreted as I love Cox.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon is a whole nother name you don't want to.
Sharon Cox.
Yeah. Sawyer, which could be Sawyer, Sawyer Cox.
Oh, yeah.
You want to name Sawyer. Every single one of these names forms rude double meanings when combined with the family surname, prompting them to rule them out entirely to spare the little one from years of mockery. Now, the couple didn't stop at just those 8 options. They subsequently revealed another slideshow packed with additional names getting struck from their short list. The follow-up clip featured choices such as Olive, like I love Cox.
Oh, Olive Cox, yes.
Yep. Sandy Cox. Iva Cox. Dixon Cox.
Oh, no, Dixon.
That would be the worst, to be Dixon Cox all your life.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. Ophelia Cox.
Ooh, no.
Yeah. Ivana Cox. And Robin Cox.
Oh.
In the accompanying caption, Quincy revealed matters could be even more problematic if they factored in her maiden name prior to wedding Zach.
Oh, no. What was it?
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what makes it funny. Now, my Uncle Bob, their kids have taken my aunt's maiden name, so they're actually Beeler Dennis. Okay. So in this case, if they would have taken Quincy's name, they would have been Pullen Cox.
No.
Pullen Cox.
No.
Yes.
So bad.
So can you imagine Dixon Pullen Cox?
The wedding invite.
Oh my God, Pullen Cox would
The
be
Pullen Cox wedding.
Yes, the Pullen Cox wedding I would have paid good money to have that invite. Viewers of the initial post were thoroughly entertained by the roster of forbidden names, though many expressed understanding for the pair's predicament. Some even admitted they wished their own moms and dads had shown similar forethought, confessing they'd ended up lumbered with regrettable monikers themselves. One man wrote in responding to the video and remarked, "I wish my parents had thought like that." His name, Jess? Harry Wang.
Harry Wang. Oh.
That poor man. Another parent related to their struggle, sharing, "I married into the last name Head. I had to be careful naming my girls too."
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else added, "As a former Cox maiden name, more people need to be this aware. Some Coxes are shockingly blasé out here about what they're naming their kids." A fourth viewer revealed, "No joke, there's a family in my area with the same last name. They named their daughters precious pleasure and desire.
Ah, they did that on purpose.
That is horrible.
That is bad.
And that is your palate cleanser for today.
I loved it.
Just a little something to make you laugh on the way out.
That was a good one, Tim.
That's all.
You always make me smile. I mean, you bring me through some cringy moments. I throw up a little bit in my mouth. I cry a little, and then we get to the end, and I just laugh. And it's kind of like childbirth. I forget about all the bad stuff, and I come back next time for more.
Glad I remind you of childbirth every week. Yes. I don't know how to respond to that. I'm glad this show is like childbirth for you.
But I keep coming back for more, Tim. That's all that matters.
I guess so. I guess that's a positive thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
On that note.
On that note, tell us one more time about the program we can find on your website, which hopefully will be better than childbirth.
It won't be like childbirth at all.
Okay, good. Good.
I have an online course. If it feels like something that would benefit you, I'd love for you to sign up for it. It's all about just learning how to feel confident and use your kind of intuition to know the right things to say, when to, hold back, and don't shrink, and don't get too loud. You don't have to do that to get your point across. So
there you go. If you feel like maybe in your life you're not asserting yourself enough, if you're not standing in your truth, if you're giving up too much ground, it's a perfect program for you. That's right. That's right. And in the description of this program, you can click on that link. If you can't remember jessicafreeburg.com, then by all means, click on that link, because we have a link to it here in the description of this program. So go ahead and do that. Tomorrow on the big program, Supernatural News, I'm going to leave Thursday as a big surprise for us here.
You love surprises.
I do. So there you go. All right, that'll do it for today. For Jessica Freeburg, I'm Tim Dennis. Thank you so much, folks. Oh, by the way, a couple of quick notes. Again, Apple app, make sure you have it updated. Go get your swag, your True Crime Tuesday swag and your Darkness Radio swag at darknessradioshow.com. I'm still thinking I'm going to do that idea for the fake band shirts. I'm going to
have to
put them in the shop, because I came up with a couple more names over the weekend.
You have to.
I think I'm going to do
I
that.
demand it.
I have a little bit of a crazy period here in June where I have a whole bunch of friends and family visiting, but then I think after that I'm going to sit down and I'm going to get the fake band name shirts up.
So fun.
All right, but that'll do it for today. Again, be back here tomorrow for Supernatural News. For Jessica Freeburg, I'm Tim Dennis. Thank you so much for continuing to listen and watch the best in true crime podcasting. You've been tuned in to True Crime Tuesday.
For more audio and video archives of True Crime Tuesday, intriguing content, fun events, and cool swag, check out darknessradioshow.com. The executive producer of True Crime Tuesday is Troy Palmer. If you enjoyed today's program, please make sure you like and subscribe. This videocast is copyrighted for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this videocast, including audio, video, descriptions, or accounts of today's show, is prohibited without the consent of Darkness Radio Management. Thank you for watching, and join us tomorrow for Supernatural News with Jesse Doyle.